Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming here at the Domicile off Nesbitt Road. We're here in their selection room with the woman that you want to talk to.
Oh.
This is Dondi Zombat-Falvey.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. It's always a pleasure being here. You take such good care of us.
Year 3, getting started.
Yeah, season 3.
Celebrating over here still.
We are. Beautiful cake you made us too. I can't wait to enjoy that. But first, some serious talk about the prep process for a remodel, which I think is pretty important first steps. So let's say a client's kitchen remodel is starting in a week. What are some things that the client should be preparing for at this time?
Well, first of all, they're probably super excited because they have been waiting for this moment for months and possibly years. They say a person thinks about a remodel for 3 years before they do it. So what the reality is, they basically have to move out of their kitchen.
Sure.
So they are getting, this place is going down to the studs, and they have to move every single thing out of the, so they're finding their old potato masher that they had been lost
Added
for
benefits,
4 years.
right?
Yes. They are probably purging things that they don't want to put back in, and they've got to kind of be prepared to, they got to find a few things like the cereal box and things like that, and then there's some things they're putting away for good. So.
I mean, it's great. I mean, how many like mixers you find or big
Surprise. How many
pans that you have, like, why do I need all of these?
The 4 bottles of cinnamon.
Right.
Yeah, that are back
So
in
true.
there.
Yeah, and
so,
vanilla, yeah.
So I can imagine that folks would be so busy and distracted with, like you said, getting things out of the kitchen, thinking about what's going to be going into the kitchen, all that's involved with that, that you might kind of forget about the fact that you need to eat and make meals, and I bet that's a whole nother process.
Yep.
What do you recommend?
You're probably not going to eat out for 6 to 12 weeks while your kitchen remodel is going on.
Hopefully
They are figuring out a place to make meals and setting up a temporary kitchen, usually somewhere else in the house. So
Let's talk about how to do that too, because there's a lot of benefits to going through everything, but it could also be kind of daunting and scary for somebody to think about all the work that might go into that. But knowing what steps to take makes it easier. So where do you set up this temporary kitchen? What have you seen people do?
that's a great question. So probably the biggest thing is we need to find a sink located somewhere else in the house, and we can kind of work around that. So sometimes that's a laundry room. If you've got a
Hopefully it's
sink
a
in
laundry
there.
room.
Unfortunately, for some people, it's the bathtub.
Right.
That's where their sink is. But usually a laundry room is a great spot. Sometimes they have a space in the basement where there is a sink already. So where can we get running water? That's the key thing. Sometimes we'll leave the running water in the kitchen for as long as we can. We don't have to rip that out right away.
Okay.
But we'll take that. The appliances, the refrigerator can kind of be moved wherever that sink is. But they're going to have to.
I didn't even think about that. So you don't have to forego the refrigerator. You
no.
just you relocate it in the house for 6 to maybe 12 weeks or so.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
picturing going back to college days and having a little dorm fridge and a burner plate, a hot plate.
You're not too far
Oh.
off there, though.
Maybe too. And I mean, it's a short term for the long term goal.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like having a baby, right? You got the preparation. You got to go through that uncomfortable part, but then it's all heaven after that.
And
so.
hopefully your kitchen remodel does not take 9 months.
No.
Right?
Absolutely.
Shouldn't
For
be
my
that
mother, 2 years. I'm calling you out again because she had to move to the bathtub, and
She did not
2
work with
years is a
Bella,
long time.
but-
Oh my gosh.
She did not go with Bella, and I always talk to her about you. Like, you should have gone with Bella.
Oh.
So typically, what goes into this temporary kitchen setup? Like you said, you can move the refrigerator around, but is there anything else?
Well, I've seen all those small appliances that we use. Okay, so the George Foreman grill, the toaster oven, that pizza, the thing that turns and makes the pizza.
Sure.
You can, one of the most useful thing, you said hot plate, but they now have induction burners, just single induction burners or a single hot plate. Super.
Those are the things that heat up like that.
Yes,
Right.
yes. And then, of course, if you're in the summer or even in the winter, you can grill.
Yeah.
You can use your grill. You're probably not, the only oven you're going to have might be a toaster oven or a microwave oven, but you'd be surprised how far you can get with just those small
Absolutely.
appliances. Now,
Yeah.
I did have one client that had her total family's meals prepared for the whole entire time and frozen.
Wow.
So she was just heating up. Okay, that's the extreme.
Okay, so if you're
Okay.
very organized, yeah, that's what to
Yeah.
shoot for.
Yeah, yeah. You
But if
can't,
you're
it
not-
can be done. I've seen it done once.
Wow, that's
So,
incredible.
yeah.
Really good stuff.
So going back to Elisa's intro, saying, okay, you're a week before the remodel begins, so we've, cleared out the kitchen and maybe made some meals, and what other tips do you have?
Well, I think it's just, there's a lot of things that we might be talking to clients about just to prepare them for what's going to be happening. They're going to have workmen in their house. Is there a time of day that we need to start? Some workmen start before maybe some people are getting acclimated today. If there's a person that works all night, this is something that needs to be discussed. They're going to have more cars and trucks around in their driveway/neighborhood.
These are really interesting
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Even just mentally preparing
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where having somebody so experienced comes in, because they can prepare you for those steps, make it more comfortable. It's
Sure.
a short process, but you want it to be comfortable because you have to live your day-to-day life.
In honesty, it's going to be uncomfortable, but can we minimize that, I guess, is what we're
So
hoping
really
to
good
do.
tips, and I have to make sure we get to this before we
Yeah.
go, because such wonderful things that they're doing here at Bella Domicile. Their involvement with Design for a Difference is incredible. We got to see some firsthand what you did last year with Center for Families. Let's talk about the Rainbow Project and what you're doing with that.
So the Rainbow Project, for people that may not know, is they help kids and families in crisis. And they're kind of unique in that field because they not only do counseling in their center, but they also make home visits and daycare visits and so on. But their makeover is happening at the beginning of October, and we're in need of a few things. We're in need of donations. Financial donations would be one, but also beanbag chairs, for kids that are going to be in therapy, small love seats or sofas, gently used toys. All of those things would be really helpful for us to kind of complete the package for what we're doing there.
Donations or
Donations.
monetary.
Or
Where can they
monetary.
bring these donations?
Well, they can probably give us a call and we can kind of coordinate that. There's a couple places where we'd be staging them, and depending, if it's toys or something like that, we can take them here, but for larger items, we have a different process, so.
Great.
The
Well,
best.
thank you, Dondi, for having us. It's so nice to see you, and time goes so fast. We gotta go.
Okay.
Thanks for watching Girl Talk here on Channel 57, and we'll see you next time.